Oh shit. Kraken Pod Fam. What the fuck is going on? Long time no see, everybody. How's it going? All right, it is 11:50. It's almost midnight, Saturday. I will admit I did not take any notes throughout this game. It's been kind of a crazy weekend. I have not been home. I just got home in time to like heat up some food and throw on the game. So kind of all over the place, but we're obviously going to talk about the game. I'm just going to pull up fucking Twitter because I was live tweeting throughout it. I think Jeff crashed or he's getting wine drunk. Let's see here. All right. Give me a second here. I'm pulling up tweets. But off the top of my head, let's just talk about a couple things for the game really quick. And then also, hit like button if you're here listening, whatever you want to do. Close that out. All right. And yeah, hit the like button, all that good shit. Let's talk about the game and let's get into comments. How's it going, everybody? Good to fucking see you. Kraken Pod After Dark. Let's get weird. First off, your boy's drinking a beer. So give me 1 second. All right. Oh my God. I'm drinking a stout. Again, I'm a weather drinker. So now that it's getting colder, man, let me tell you. All right, here we go. Let's go through some notes in the fucking game. Slow start again. Absolutely unbelievable. Well, you know what? It's not unbelievable. This is what like the Seattle Kraken for whatever reason. And I forgot like Davy Jones, the Twitter account. Excuse me. There we go. There's the beer burps. They tweeted out a statistic about the Seattle Kraken, like not having a lead in a game for a period of time. It was astonishing, like astounding. I need to go back and pull that up. If anybody has that in front of them, let me know. But not good. The Seattle Kraken go down 2-0 to Tampa Bay, and it's like, it's the gif of, oh shit, here we go again. It just wasn't looking fucking good. And this is just what's been going on with the team this year. And both of them were like tip-ins, and, I really didn't think that either of them were Gru's fault. Not that that really fucking matters anymore, because it's just like, if the goalies aren't sucking, the team is sucking. It's one thing or the fucking other with this team. And it's just been absolutely brutal. So the Kraken go down, 2-0 to Tampa Bay. And the game is looking like it's going to be one of those games where I'm like, am I really staying up till fucking midnight, watch this team get their asses kicked? Well, they end up turning things around. Second period and the third period, for the most part, looked absolutely great. For whatever reason, I don't know why this team has to be put in a position where they are, at risk of the game getting out of hand or to lose, for them to have a fire lit underneath them. I'm not sure what's going on with that. I still don't think Dave Haxtell has a hold of that locker room. The whole season just looks kind of messy. Shores, he gets a beautiful tip in. Yams on the play is clearly offsides. I was making a joke about how the Kraken, how the franchise is cursed because like, we can't get a goal to save our fucking lives. I mean, we're already down 2-0. We're on a 6-game losing streak. For the love of fucking God, can we just get a goal and make this game close? Oliver Bjorkstrand and then the big rig. They end up scoring. Bjorkstrand, just an absolute fucking snipe. I mean, I just want to see him shoot the puck more. I don't know what unless like, I know that's the classic thing where it's like, everyone online, when they watch a hockey game, their big thing is like, shoot the puck. Well, no fucking shit, shoot the puck. But for real, Bjorkstrand has a snipe. And now that we cannot trust Burakovsky, I mean, that dude is straight up bubble boy. In fact, I was thinking of, is that what movie is that? Is it Unbreakable with Bruce Willis, where Samuel L. Jackson's like, my friends call me Mr. Glass. Like, that's Burakovsky, dude. Anyways, moving on from that. Yeah, Bjorkstrand with the Bjorky bullet, and then an absolutely beautiful shot by the big rig himself. I said, big rig, big goal. Let's fucking go. The game is tied 2-2, second period. I'm like, all right, the Kraken are starting to look good. Gruby goes down shortly after that. It just looked like he might stretch his groin a little bit. He doesn't come back out. Also, Schultze, he was injured in the second period. As of this point, I don't think we have updates on those injuries. If we lose Gru, that's a fucking problem. And it's really funny. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny. how everyone was like, oh man, everyone shits on Gru, which, deservedly so at times. But the second he goes down, everyone's like, dude, we can't lose this guy. I mean, like the reality is like, what are we going to do? Have a fucking a 1A and a 1B or 1A or a 1, whatever of Decord and Drieger. I mean, I don't know, man. Like this season's already gone so far off the fucking rails. I don't even feel good about being right when I told Jeff multiple times that this team was not going to make playoffs this year and that last year they exceeded expectations. I don't feel good about being right about that. I legitimately don't. I wanted to be proven wrong. That is not going to be the case. The Seattle Kraken go on a power play the third period. Father Canner with an absolute fucking snipe, and he ends up putting it in. The Kraken go up 3-2. They gave up a goal not too long afterwards to tie the game at 3. And here's the fucking frustrating part, and this is what we can talk about. The Seattle Kraken get a power play as the game is expiring, going into overtime. Again, another overtime game. I swear to God, this team is fucking hell bent on torturing their fucking fan base. The Seattle Kraken get a power play, go into overtime, generate absolutely nothing with it. Like at no point did I actually feel any kind of momentum. Like the second period for the Seattle Kraken, you could feel it. They were knocking on the door. They were the better team. They were in the offensive zone. They're threatening, et cetera, et cetera. And I just didn't feel any of that at all in overtime. At one point, Tampa Bay turns it over. Seattle Kraken on a breakaway, and even at that point, did not feel like the Seattle Kraken were going to score. Of course, Vasilevsky gets a stop. They get the puck back, and they come right back down, and they end up scoring and winning the game. It is what it is. I mean, the Kraken lose again, and it's so fucking frustrating because I'm watching like the pregame show for 2 seconds, and everything gets spun so positively, and I get it because like you're not going to sit here and be like, well, this team fucking sucks and we can't win a game. I mean, like I understand like they have a job to do, but I also get frustrated when you're watching like the post game report and it's like, well, the Seattle Kraken, they might have lost tonight, but they got a point, and that's really important. I'm like, they've lost 7 in a row. Like, what is the point going to do for the team at this point? Like, I'm not trying to sound like Mr. fucking negative over here, but the reality is like this team isn't making playoffs. You know who doesn't feel good about getting that point? Everybody in that fucking locker room. No one gives a shit. I mean, no one should care at all. So I just thought that was a moot point. It's like, are we really trying to pull something positive out of just something absolutely dreadful? I mean, they've lost their last 7 games in a row. Them getting a point because they lose in overtime isn't something the team is in the locker room right now passing the fucking Davy Jones hat around to. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that is my very brief kind of overview of the game. I'm going to go over comments here in a second. So whatever y'all want to talk about, drop it in here. Welcome to Kraken Pod After Dark. It's good to see everybody. It's been a little bit. Also, before I drink more of this beer, which I will be doing in a second, I also wanted to say thank you to everybody that support. I mean, the Kraken Pod fam, y'all are incredible. And thank you to everybody. Sorry, I'm reading it. I shouldn't read the comments while I'm fucking talking because I have ADHD and then I just black out. Thank you to everybody that's been super supportive with the merchandise. Truth be told, I basically calculated it out to where I'm like, what can we charge money to basically just cover the cost of shipping? Because I'm shipping it out myself because I just have some and I want to get through everything so we can work on the next round of merchandise. That was my goal. I told Jeff, he was on board with it. Cool, we're rolling with it. The small stickers and the koozies sold out really fucking quick. The Thanos fucking account cracks me up. I'm going to go over these comments in a second. I'm just fucking laughing. Everyone can probably see what I'm talking about. But anyways, the small stickers and the koozies sold out. All that's left are large stickers and mugs. If anybody is interested, just shoot me a DM. We'll take care of it. I already sent out a shit ton of orders on Friday, so I'm trying to get these to people as soon as fucking possible. You will get it before Christmas time. I don't care about making money. This is not a good business model. Like, we're not doing this to make money. It's legitimately covering the cost of shipping. We are doing it because I want to get the merchandise in the hands of the people that won it, because to me that's fucking important. And I think it's really fucking cool to see people rocking with like beers for beers koozies and good vibes only mugs. It's fucking cool. Like it's crazy to like make some shit up and people get behind it. The next thing you know, they're like, dude, I'll fucking, Venmo you some money, throw a fucking mug my way. I don't know. It's just nuts. It's awesome. I appreciate you guys. Again, not a great business model. I don't give a fuck. But it works for us because I'm just happy that people get it. So anyways, oh my God, I can't wait to go over these comments. All right. I'm pounding some beer. If y'all have a drink, I encourage you to drink it too. And as soon as I am done with this beer, let's go over comments because I see some ones here and I'm very, very excited. So cheers to everyone that's here. Kraken Pod After Dark. I'm going to drink and I hope you all join me. So here we go. Almost done. Also, I like the cheers in the chats, man. Drop those fucking cheers. Let's go. I'm going to be done with this beer in like 2 seconds. All right. Comments time. Let's fucking do this. Again, thank you everyone so much for being here. Give it a thumbs up, all that good shit. And again, thank you for everyone that's here right now, everyone that has supported the merchandise, all that shit. You guys have been awesome. Busting balls to get this shit done. I honestly didn't think I was going to do Kraken Pod After Dark tonight because I'm just like, there's no fucking way. I'm too gassed. All right, here we go. I'm just going to start from the top. Start from the top, baby. From Curtis, we need to start setting the fucking tone. So couldn't agree more, man. Like, without beating a fucking dead horse, I don't know what it is. For some reason, this team like needs to be put in a vulnerable position or a position to where they're about to lose a fucking game in order for them to like really get things going. I don't get it. I liked the resolve of the Kraken, right? Like if I'm not, again, I'm not trying to sit here and be Mr. fucking negative about everything, but it's kind of hard to be positive when the team looks like shit. They've lost 7 in a row. And the reality is, we're a basement dwelling team in the NHL. That's just reality. And there's also just been a ton of bad luck this season. Like Burakovsky, he's a dude that we all love him, right? I mean, his talent level is off the charts. Look what he did for the majority of last season until he came back from the All-Star break in game 1 against the Islanders in fucking Long Island. And he like pulls his fucking groin in like the second period. Not that I forgot that or anything. But no, it's frustrating because there's just been a litany of injuries. You have Burakovsky, who's Bubble Boy. I'm going to start calling him Bubble Boy Berkey, Triple B. Bubble Boy Berkey. We have Turbo that's always hurt because he just plays with crazy turbo energy. You have Gru, going down tonight. Looked like he might have pulled a groin. I'm hoping he's okay. I'm trying to think. Schwartzy went down. That was a very brief period, but hopefully he'll be all right. And it's great that we can call up these younger guys, and it's great that we have this pool of talent that's waiting, but like it's happening too soon. With the exception of like Riker Evans, like that guy's fucking ready to play. Like him on the blue line does change the dynamic of this team. And so like, it sucks when you see Schultz go down tonight, but it's like, you know what, if Riker gets his spot moving forward, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm not rooting for guys to get injured, but like we're going to have, the talent to replace that. I didn't freeze, I promise. Sorry, I'm getting like crazy texts about the game and shit, which is a horrible fucking YouTube watching. You guys just watch me on my phone like a fucking asshole. Drinking this beer. Here we go. I'm gonna skip a couple comments and go down to one that I really want to address here because I didn't get a chance to watch it. Anyone that watched it, please let me know. I'm talking to you, Doug Kelly, and I'm talking to you because this comment right here has me super intrigued. That end of the game locker room interview was a masterclass captain interview. So did not see it. There was another comment, Doug, it might have been from you, so I apologize if I'm taking someone's thunder here, that Jordan Eberle apparently in the locker room gave a masterclass interview, captain status. I would, if someone saw it, please let me know. Drop a comment. I would love to hear what was said at some point. And I was thinking about this while I was watching the game, and obviously when the game ended as well. I'm just getting tired of the same, and like this is a big reason, and this is not, by the way, let me preface this because some people might take this and twist it into something that it's not, and I'm just going to be honest about something. Well, I say honest about something. I think I'm overly honest. There is a reason why Jeff and I do things the way that we do. And it's not because we're trying to like have a shtick or anything like that where I'm like, okay, you're the fucking positive guy who's watched hockey forever. And I'm the realist, but kind of a negative person. And I'm new to hockey. And we're going to disagree on like that was literally that conversation has never fucking happened. Never. It is legitimately our dynamics. Like I watch and interpret the games as I watch and interpret them. And Jeff does the same things. He's incredibly positive and optimistic. I'm much more of a like, I've been jaded my whole life. Seattle teams will fucking ruin you mindset. And I like to be a realist, hope for the best, expect the worst kind of a thing. Where Jeff is like, they'll turn things around. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. So with that, we have that whole thing going on, which is not a shtick, but we also like, we're clearly not, traditional media people, right? Which, fucking shocker. And again, I preface this by saying this is not a knock on anyone that does those jobs. It's a highly important job. We've talked to and are friends with a lot of people that are in that space. I think it's great. That information is needed. I need to know about what's going down during morning skate. I need to know about, the lineups when they're coming out. I need to know about injury, like all that shit. I'm highly interested in all that shit. With that being said, to me, a lot of it is boring as fuck. It's fucking boring. Every single fucking game, at the end of the game, intermission reports, the same thing. It's the same goddamn questions to hockey players that, for the most part, don't want to answer these questions at all. Like, they're going to give you the most cliche answers. And it's not just hockey. It's across every sport, every single sport. And it's so frustrating to watch again and again and again because you never really get insight into what the fuck is going on. And I'm not saying to someone needs to be in that locker room, during this losing streak and be like, why the fuck is everyone like, why is everyone losing so much? Like, what's going on? Like, are you guys listening to Dave Haxtell? Is there a chemistry issue? Like, what's the deal? And then just like put a mic in someone's face and be like, answer that. Like, I don't expect that to happen, but at some point it's like, I would love somebody to break the mold and stop asking these fucking like super generic fucking questions. Like, what answers do you think you're going to get from it? It's like whenever, like football teams go to halftime and the coach is like running to the locker room and it's like, oh, coach, what are you going to tell your team at the half? It's like, what the fuck are you like? If the team is down, the coach is going to be like, I didn't like what they did there in the second quarter, but we need to really up our intensity. And they got us a couple times. We had some turnovers, but it's the same fucking thing every time. Anyways, moving on from it. That was a little bit of a rant. I just don't, it's such a, like, I just find traditional media so fucking boring. And I understand the place for it and I respect the hell out of it. But for a person like me, like, let's get to the nitty gritty, man. Let's hear some real fucking shit. Give me some personality. Give me a real answer. And that, to bring it all around, that is the reason why I would love to hear what Jordan Eberle said in this interview, because it sounds like he might have opened up and given a real fucking answer as to what the hell is going on with this team, which, I think the fan base deserves. And also, let's peel back the curtain a little bit and have some candid fucking conversations instead of just asking the same shit. So anyways, moving on. Crispy boy, at least the prospect pool is looking good. Yeah, I can't agree enough, man. Prospect pool is looking great. Look at Coachella Valley Firebirds. I mean, I'm pumped on all that. So that's good times. Anyways, moving on. Looked well set in the second period. Riker Evans came in P1, just skate around. Dude, Niker. Blah, 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 blah. I'm mixing up words here. Riker, I was reading asses. Riker, was incredible. I noticed that as well. I was a big fan of that. The dude adds another dimension that the team did not have, prior to him being in there. And we got a bunch of old, crusty dudes playing defense that just, I don't know. They're not getting the fucking job done. And we have some serious moves to make in this upcoming offseason. I will say that. Shout out to Ty Jacobs. Ty, like, super supportive of later everything we do. I'm spent on this team. Plug the merch leftovers. That's it. Merch leftovers, large stickers, in Kraken Pod mugs, the good vibes only mugs, which we need some good fucking vibes. If y'all are interested, shoot me a DM on Twitter or whatever. I don't give a fuck. That works out. But yeah, and you know what? So I forgot who was tweeting this at us, but it was like, I'm so tired of watching this team, and I have season tickets, and they keep raising the price of my season tickets and also like concessions. Like, dude, I feel your pain. This is like Mariners, like motto 101, where it's like, we're just gonna keep fucking I don't know, like, just I don't think the Mariners are the Kraken are pulling a Mariners where like they're like tanking the team, but it's a fucking problem, right, for Seattle sports, and it's a problem where you are gouging the shit out of this fan base financially. I mean, in order to go to a Kraken game, if you want good seats, you want to enjoy yourself and partake in some adult beverages and have something to eat, maybe go to the merch store and get yourself a little something nice. You're paying out of fucking ass for it. And the product on the ice does not match what they're asking for their fans. And quite honestly, that's not fair. It's just not fair. This is why I was laughing earlier. Thanos was right. I bet y'all want me to snap my fingers now, huh? Sorry, just trying to have fun with this shitty situation. Dude, never apologize, man. That's why we're here. Like, I'm a fucking idiot. Me and Jeff say that we're idiots all the time. I love the fact that we have a Thanos was right person in Kraken Pod After Dark being like, you want me to snap my fingers and make this shit go away? Because I'll fucking do it. All right, give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry that y'all have to. I'm still catching up on some social media shit for Seattle Kraken stuff. Again, it was Doug Kelly that mentioned it was Jordan Eberle with the masterclass interview. Moving on. Crispy Boy. I love the name, man. I'm assuming you're a man. I don't know what you are. All right, I appreciate your coverage, even when the team sucks, at least we can talk about it and have a conversation. I mean, that's why we're here. Now, I will be the first to admit, yes, it's harder to do Kraken Pod After Dark when it's, right now for me, it's a quarter after midnight and the team just lost in a shootout and it's their 7th loss in a row. It's like, you don't watch these games and you're like, oh, I can't wait to fucking, go on YouTube and provide coverage. But the reality is, like, I still have fun with it. Like, at the end of the day, it's a fucking sport, right? I mean, what are we talking about here? So let's have some fun with it. Because if we can't have fun with it and talk a little shit and laugh and whatever, then what are we doing? Also, we will be way too, like, I don't want to say like fucking suicidal, but we would be, needing some sort of help here because this team is so fucking bad that if we can't laugh at ourselves, and we're in a serious situation here. Crispy Boy, I'm going with you again. I feel like Matty needs to get his confidence back. The guy can score goals. But adversity could be good for his development, though. Dude, we've been talking about this for a handful of weeks now. I don't know exactly what's going on with Matty. Right when Jeff and I started kind of questioning it, we also acknowledged that, like, last year, right, he has like the Matty coaster, right? The roller coaster where periods of the season he gets really hot and you're like, holy shit, this guy's definitely the rookie of the year. And there's periods where he just disappears. But at least last season, like last season, even the games that he quote unquote disappeared, like if he doesn't show up on the stat sheet, you could still watch him on his individual shifts, which I did all the time because I just like to nerd out over Matty Beniers. And it was always impressive because the guy was always in the right place at the right time, putting himself in a good position, setting up his teammates, and skating really hard. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. I still feel like I said steal. I steal. Been in New Orleans for way too fucking long now, man. I need to get back to Washington State. I still feel like that is the case. He had an opportunity tonight to score. I really, really, really wanted to see it. It did not happen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh my God. We have commentary on what Jordan Eberle said in the post game. Let me read it right now. Here we go. Basically, and this is from Jacob Albinio. And dude, shout out Jacob, because Jacob is one of the people that hit us up and was like, merch, what's going on? I was like, we got you. Send me your shit. Keep an eye out in the mail. It is coming. All right, from Jacob. Basically, Eberle said, and I'm reading this out loud, so in case anyone can't read, which I still don't know if I can or not. Basically, Eberle said that this team is out there busting their asses trying to win games and keep this game close, but they need to figure out how to get to that next gear to win these close games. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Taking a break from Curtis is like concessions have gone up. Yeah, so have ticket prices. It's fucking bullshit. He also mentioned how the team doesn't believe that they're out of playoff contention. Okay, well, that to me is delusional. But you know what? If I'm a fucking professional athlete getting paid a lot of money, you know, am I going to look at this? If I'm playing on the Kraken right now, am I going to look at this and be like, we're not playoff worthy? No, you have to believe in something, because if you don't, the season's fucking done. They're still giving it their all and trying to end this losing streak. And Eberle recognized that this team has beaten good teams before this season, which they have, which has been frustrating because I pointed out that they just can't get momentum going. To this date, the longest winning streak the Seattle Kraken have had all season is 2 games. 2 fucking games. Moving on. So this team totally has the potential to win these close games, but stuff just isn't going their way. Example, injuries and bad luck. Now, this is what, and again, I know you're obviously paraphrasing. I don't think, you were recording Eberle and then typed it in here. Jacob, dude, seriously, shout out to you for taking care of that and typing that in here. What I don't like about that is while I do agree with the injury portion of it, which I talked about briefly already on this Kraken Pod After Dark, the reality is when you watch every single game, you can talk about bad luck all you want and pucks not bouncing their way or whatever. The team flat out stops fucking playing for extended periods of time, especially on defense. I mean, these boys go straight up flat-footed and look like they have no interest in playing the sport of hockey. I don't understand it. Because when they turn things on like they did in the second period tonight, they can beat anybody. But they're inconsistent. They can't get consistent games going. Whenever they get a big win, it does not transfer over to their next game. I don't know. So they can talk about injuries and bad luck all they want. At some point, take accountability and just be like, we're playing like fucking shit because we haven't been consistent, and we know that we can tap into that. And that's why I like the comment about the extra gear, which I'm pulling up right now, because I couldn't agree more. And they have that gear in them. Like, we've seen that gear. But at the end of the day, man, I don't know. The talent level on this team is just severely lacking. It's mostly on the defensive end. Let's be honest. All right. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. It's getting late. I'll give it like 15, 30 seconds. If anybody has any more comments or questions or anything like that, put it in the chat right now and we can talk about it. Otherwise, we're going to call this a wrap, and I'm going to probably have another beer and then take a shower. So whatever y'all want to talk about, please drop it. I have like 20 seconds. All right. What up, Curtis? Words of encouragement. Appreciate you, brother. As always, perfectly balanced as all things should be. Dude, this would not be Kraken Pod After Dark if we did not have a Thanos in the fucking chat. Just like getting rid of this team. So, oh my fucking God. That's so funny, man. Yeah, happy to do it, man. I want to be able to, we would not be able to do this. And here's the best part, talking shit on Jeff, my favorite thing in the world. Real talk though, man. Not just you, because you're the shit, but everyone that's in the Kraken Pod fam. Like we would not be able to do any of this without the support. And I say this all the fucking time, and I don't care how cliche it sounds, it's the truth. I mean, like it's fucking 12:30 over here, and the Kraken just lost in overtime for their 7th fucking loss in a row. And here we are talking Seattle Kraken. But the reason why we do is because the Kraken Pod fam is fucking awesome, man. Like you guys are super supportive. Love you to death. We're not going to X and O you, to death over everything, but we're going to have some fun with it. And again, we have to, because this is going to be a long season, everybody. I'm sorry to break it to you. I hope that doesn't make you sad. But that's just the reality. I'm excited to record with Jeff on Tuesdays, regardless of how, the week goes for the Seattle Kraken, because we do our best to put together really good episodes for y'all. So I love y'all. I'm calling it a night. I'm probably gonna go have one more beer and then take a shower and then fucking go to sleep. And guess what? The Kraken play tomorrow because they're on a back-to-back. So if I have the energy again, we'll be back for Kraken Pod After Dark. If you haven't already, thumbs up in the whole, right down there. Please do that. It helps out a ton. I already mentioned merchandise. If you're interested, shoot us a DM. I'll take care of it. I'll ship it out on like Monday morning. And that's it. I love y'all. Thank you for the support. As always. Let's try to get the Kraken and get a win tomorrow so we stop losing every game we play. That'd be nice. So cheers, Kraken Pod fam. Y'all take